Hello. Welcome again to this second channel. We are here to reveal the truth about the Deal 6 accident. This is it, Judgment Day. It is. Today things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Maybe too many things. Ouch. Warg. What's the big deal? Oh, sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. What the hell? Are you a battery? Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edward is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Edward. Whoa! What are you doing? I'm sorry. Just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. How? How do you do that? Try not to enter you anyway on your way out. Oh, he got gumshoe too. What's gotten into that girl? I don't know. Morning, Miss Edward. Oh, good morning. How did it go, detective? Have no fear, as promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe, you must be tired. Actually, after that shock on the way, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edward if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edward. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. Outside prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Oh no. Come on, don't be awaiting to silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe efforts, the bow rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. It's a trap! It's all a trap! Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the bow rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost his memory of the memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, and he will now testify, as he will not testify. What? Sorry? I think I misread it. Very well, please begin your testimony. Witness testimony. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as it is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? Has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You are Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. Okay, let's go. A glass of mild water.
Hold it!
You lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you are lying about not having your memory. You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old gudger hat? That's impossible. I'm glad you come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness, please continue. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edward and the victim Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be this same thing over and over until the trial ends. There you go. An SMR audio effect of my sneeze. Or his maximum power output. Oh my god. May I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing over and over again. You've been calling the witness' memory of the past or lack of therefore into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. But both of these statements are lies. Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Now this is easy. I would like to know myself, so who is he? Don't play dumb, Von-Kammer. Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness' name, Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi! From the DL6 incident! I figures the judge will have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jumping to conclusion again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi, possibly. However, how do you propose to prove these to the court? This is a court of law where you may recall you need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. No, it's not. It's a total tram shit. Please take these men's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? What? No fingerprints? You see, before I work as a caretaker, I work at a chemical plant. I burn my fingers working with the stuff. Yup. What? Yogi, you sneak! You burn your fingerprints off to hide your past? Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to identify him. No. What will you do, Mr. Wright? Oh. It seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we going to do? I didn't even consider that he might even erase his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine this parrot for a little comic relief. Yeah, very fun. You're so winner, Von-Kammer. Wait a second. Cross-examine this parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to. Your Honor. The defense would like to take Miss Von-Kammer up on his proposal. Take Miss Von-Kammer up? Oh my, proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness pet parrot. Order! Oh, well, what do you think, Mr. Von-Kammer? Did you even ask? This is farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested it. I cross-examined the parrot von Kama. I have the right to do as you suggest. Well, if you are so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this and nothing comes of it, then I hope you are ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. This is cray-cray. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yes, I'm doing it. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Von Kama rig every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least I think so. Buddy, bring in the parrot. Ouch. Yep, we're doing it. Guys, we are cross-examining a parrot. That's quite the bird, indeed. Please tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me. It was better to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Who is your owner? Hello. Hello, Squawk. That's it. That's it. Certainly the most concise testimony we had so far. Concise indeed. Very well. Begin your cross-examination. Right. What you're going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Huh. Who is your owner? Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get everywhere. Go fucking, I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? Have you forgotten something? As I recall 2 days ago. Polly, have you forgot something? Don't forget deal 6. Quack. If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with deal 6. And Polly, have we forgot something? Hello. What? That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something. You forgot. Hello. Oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Something that matters, Mr. Wright. Wait! Don't tell me Von Kama expected this? He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when he asked if we forgot anything? Well, I guess we should try to get some more information out of her. We need to show Jad that her owner is Miss Young. Witness, you can just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. Oh, well, it's the same stuff. What's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly, what's your name? Polly, Squawk. Miss Wright, I think we have established that this parrot's named Polly. Does it have anything to do with her owner identity? Of course. Yes, it does. Ah, fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. Then show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bath a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. Also, all we have to do is the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot name fills the caretaker identity is... So, I didn't show you, but I know why. So basically, Polly is the name of the wife of Yogi, but if I'm not wrong, is in here the information. Yanni Yogi, age, memory loss, Polly Jenkins committed suicide, wife, sorry, I thought it was the wife. Anyway, Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Yes, after what happened, his fiancée killed herself. Is an information, like, it's so hidden information. There's no whatsoever, what you can say, hint. It never hinted that case. But, well, I already done this, so it is. That's a quite large file you have there. Which base is this proof on, then? Show us, or stop wasting our time. Very well. Miss Wright, please show us the page where the file information is connected. That's case summary? Victim data? suspect data? Actually, where is it? You actually asked me that? I don't recall. Suspect data. He's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly. Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée, who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is a possibility, but it's so vague. A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does that make you my granddaughter's fiancé? You're only 7 years old. Foreshadowing, by the way. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We will need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. We can just get one more evidence. Right, but what? Very well, witness. You may continue. Do I press this second statement? It says you speak, you must speak. Frankly, I can't believe it. You are speaking to the parrot. Well, I guess we should try to get more information after. I guess we go for the first one. Sorry, the last one. Maybe we'll get her to say the number of that safe, huh? Safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Oh, right. The number of the safe is actually a date. What was the number of the safe in the shack? 1228. 1228. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Miss Wright, you are claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha, ridiculous. How can the number to safe tell us who's the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link the number? It's still in the deal as 6? 1228, that is. Percent. The deal 6 case file? What is this obsession you have with the case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to the safe number? The case summary? It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically, the date on which the deal 6 incident occurred. Good. The date the incident, December 28th. Why does today's date? 15 years ago. And the number on the safe is 1228. He used the day of the deal 6 incident as the number of his safe, Your Honor. That's how important the day was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret number to dates. But this is not tangible proof. That's my RTM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1. 1. This has nothing to do with date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we reach a conclusion here. It is a mere coincidence, that's all. So that is a possibility. However, 2 coincidences at the same time seem more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the bookshop. Shop. Immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, he's witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. I like how he changed the drawing and everything. Accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order! Order! Yanni Yogi! So, was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said, you was mentally unsound. He told me he will make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. Lost my job, my fiancée, my social standing. And this year, 50 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in a careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought it was my chance after 50 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond, Miles Edward. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edward? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edward yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? And the rest, Your Honor? I saw no room for error in his confession, and the defendant, Miles Edward, is innocent in this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are indeed a few mysteries left unsolved, and don't worry about it. We're gonna solve it. Still, you're cleared of any suspicion for this particular case, so I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Robert Hammond. Any objection? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edward, not guilty. Is this over? Is this over, ladies and gentlemen? That is all. Court adjourned.
Objection!
Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means no. Edward! Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick! Edward is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the Deal 6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh, what do I do? Leave it to Edward. You know what? Leave it to Edward. No, I'm sure Edward told about this one long and hard. This isn't my place to interfere. Nick, are you sure? There's nothing we can do about it. This is his problem now. For 15 years, I've had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare, that's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean, in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murder, the criminal in the Deal 6 incident, it was me, Your Honor. I confess my guilt. I'm guilty of all. Deal 6, the statute of limitation of which ends today. The culprit is me. Why he's like indicating someone else? I don't know. The culprit is me. He shows someone else. I don't know. I guess they run out of animation. Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant claiming innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of elimination ran out of today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. But, the obvious. You hold a trial right here, right now. We tried this man for this crime of 15 years ago. By the way, guys, it's not usually this smooth when you play this game. It's smooth because I already played it, so I know what I have supposed to raise. More or less. And also I have a guide next to me in case I don't recall what it is. Oh, and sometime I can't, you know. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. Assignment 28. No, sorry, wait. I've just wasted all your effort. Mr. Edward, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad. I didn't want to believe it myself, detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy, just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is indeed innocent. What? What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe you and I. What? It's just a dream, it's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is about to begin. I'll prove you're innocent, trust me. Right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna reveal the truth about the Deal 6 incident. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed to his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense to do their cross-examination. The statute of limitation on the Deal 6 incident runs out today. Though it is unconventional for me, I like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objection? No, Your Honor. No comment. You knew it was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth takes the stand. Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell on my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I want them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream? Well, maybe. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events. Bah! The same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, indeed. That was the problem. You sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. Heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor, unfortunately you don't. Look at this file one more time! This plainly contradicts the witness testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell what page it's on. H.A. contradicts my Edgeworth testimony. Oh my god. Victim data? What's the victim data? Sorry. Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you are aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago, the evidence stated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we don't know when the second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have read. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case? Yes? Your Honor, I think I will be able to show your proof. Oh yeah, okay, I remember. Okay. Now, Mr. Von Kama, save your surprise for after you seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing pistol is related to this accident? No, which was... There you go. If you see it, there's a bullet in here. And the bullet is inside him. So, the bullet went outside. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edward. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me guess this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please, get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. There's one. As you should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edward was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edward fired the second shot. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Edward's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasy go out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the Deal 6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. That's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. The second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edward's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. There was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in that door. Order! I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Kama says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. God, how this has happened? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick! It's time, Maya! Summon Mia! If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjecture are for nothing. No. But you said it. Do it, Nick. You do it, Nick. You say you got Edward declared innocent. I'm sorry. Just when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up these incidents. Only 1 bullet has found at the scene of the crime. A shot was fired by Miles Edward. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edward before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. You have any objection? No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh no, he's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitation on the murder of Gregory Edward runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now, indeed. Does anyone have any objection? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. Can't find the words. Mr. Wright? Guys, do we have an objection? Wanna try to answer it? Come on, come on. Did you solve it? Did you solve the question? Yeah. What you think it is? Come on. Do you solve it? I have an objection. I do have an objection, but I don't remember if I showed it. Your Honor, I object! Mr. Wright, on what ground do you object? Oof, Nick! I don't know, his case is perfect. Oh no, Gra. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing! The second bullet must exist. Where? Someone took it. Seeing waiting is not going to produce us anywhere. Answer from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor! The second bullet! It exists. What? We just heard proof that it did not exist. Realize that, Your Honor. It just... Someone took it. From the scene of the crime. That's what happened. Who? But who? The murderer! The murderer? Then tell us just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? So the murderer didn't need it. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for us that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Had to take it. The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Guys, think crazy! Do you solve it? Come on, come on. It's quite easy. It's quite insane as answer, but it is cool. Don't you think why the bullet... Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright! Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright. What do you mean? Well, for instance what? Maybe the bullet hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer? Yes. I just saying it, for instance. I mean, if it hits you, you will have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what is that really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime? Yes, I guess that's how it will work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edward and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. The two men fight inside the elevator. Try to stop them, boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges into the bullet. The bullet goes through the elevator door, hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the man inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you are grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you said. What are you saying? Deny it. Denied. No one involved with the incident was wounded. Therefore was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. You're right, I can't think of anyone. Hey Nick, just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edward dealt a blow on his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation several months after what that you see. Yes, an unusual one for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which will only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the Deal 6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edward. It was Von Karma! Oh man! Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murder came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it? Say it now! Your Honor! There is a suspect, one lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. Von Karma! Von Karma? He smiled. You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Bah! You don't object? I see no need why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection. Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you are claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I will have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at my Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick, let's find out who the doctor is. It's no use. Edward. I know Von Karma perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That will leave the doctor as a witness. Nobody is that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull up bullets out yourself. Wait, does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Alright, Von Karma, I prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is metal detector. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean? I do. There is a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run these over you and see what we find. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Oh, this is so cool. Order! Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitation runs out in this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough! Permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does it mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. He reacted. Something inside his right shoulder. The bullet! Mr. Von Karma? It was you! I was afraid this will happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the Deal 6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to Deal 6. But, Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Miss Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright, well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from Deal 6? Of course you can't. You don't have any Deal 6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records yesterday! With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close one day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you will dig your own grave trying to convict Adler? I can link that bullet into your shoulder to the Deal 6 incident. Here is my final proof. Badam! That's a bullet! Where did you get that? Here's the bullet used in the Deal 6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edward. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with the ballistic marking intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. It came up at the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with the weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory's Edward heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in his shoulder. We could analyze both bullets, then if the mark is matched, we will know that both bullets have been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol! In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edward. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? That scream! I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know! Hell, I can't breathe! Quiet! I say quiet. I'm making these. We have to keep reading the same shit. I'm sorry. No, guy. Get away! Get away from my father! And... I don't have the voice. I have. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma! It was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma? So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Oh my god. Your father shamed me with the penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that will never fade. I will bury you! Bury you with my bare hands! 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you make this kind of error. And I will have thought that Edward will be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edward! It was a shock like none I have ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in a cold records room. Must have wandered in without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black, the lights must have gone out. Went out in the hall and found my way to the elevator. I pressed the button but nothing happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was my destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edward was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was a perfect crime. Who would have thought another man will have come to open that elevator door? Judge, what? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now end it. Very, very well. It appears that we have come now a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years ago later, Mr. Miles Edward. Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edward, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Kamma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but instead you crushed him. Nick, crushed. Gotta say I'm impressed. He was a pretty close though. I will show he had it. I know I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself, but now it's all just a good memory. So, it is finally over, Edward? Right, yeah. I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, right? You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Nah, I'm sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edward. She got you there. Whoop! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I told you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party dinner. Oh, me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Miss Edward, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop! I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little time, you'll get used to it. Whoop! It's been 15 years since I've seen Edward. He's unguarded. Hey, y'all. Lotta! You were great in there. Thank you. So, yo, Edward, congrats. Thank you all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, bygones, let bygones be bygones, huh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Ooh, me? Oh, I went back to college. Got up trained to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? You're that hot dog guy from the park. Huh. It's over, Nick! My life is over! Why? The sad face, Larry. What happens now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for these words. What? You don't look sick. It's Kianse. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick! She's leaving me behind! Should I say that? Oh, yo, Edgy. There you are. Oh, yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Oh, here's a little gift from me. In celebration. Oh, celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Potts, you came along tonight. My treat, pal. Huh, oh, thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he say treat, that's not police talk or prison food, right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right, yeah. What's up? This envelope that Larry gave me, it got money on it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. 38 exact dollar? Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edward in school? 38. No. No! Larry, it was you! What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came in school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edward! You didn't know, did you? I suspected it. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the buzz. I know! Really, right? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this is sure is unexpected turn of events, huh? Edward? Huh? You should have told me! No, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Do you think the statute of limitation has run out, Mr. Edward? I say so, yes. There you have it. What a fool. You mother! Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily too. The damn sentence for both of you! Man, if only I know I've become a prosecutor! But the same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time I thought that I might have killed my own father. Thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had to know the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edward, want to switch, right? Hey, you all. And up, I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go! And after that, dinner with me. I'm quite hungry myself. Daddy Gumshoe took us out of town that night. We celebrated Edward's newfound freedom. Even though Edward himself was still in detention. December 29. Oh, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. I'm still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What is this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edward too. I want to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye, Maya. What time is it? Yeah, the first trains for the mountain have already left the station. The actually run there? I guess I'm too late. Hey, Nick, Maya! So, you're living. Yeah, it's hard being a spirit medium who can talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Wait! What? I never could have saved Edward without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was the very end when I thought we lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. That's my sister for you. Coming out from the death and ghost and just send you messages, you know? That's my sister. The other Gumshoe held my elder Mr. Gunsberg and even Larry. The only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped the Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in the daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence. This one? Take that! A bullet! Von Karma was convinced that he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to Deal 6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence that we needed. It was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me. Nick, thanks. Maya, I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself, you're hopeless. Thank you. Don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. It's the end of the Ace Attorney. I said goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins, with the same old crazy cast of characters. Huh, do you think you'll graduate yet, amateur? Miss Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, I think it was Takumi? Boop! Whoop! Huh? Nick? Now, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at the cheese shop. Cheese shop. There's Missy, a nice lady, but he's not exactly what you call whatever she said. Whatever he said. She's like Hawaii. Hawaii. That's all you want. Oh, same. Hey, Anna. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to remind you that we finished the game. The first one. There's still 2 more. I assume we finished. I don't remember if we still have more. Oh yes, we still have more. Anyway, this is the end of the Ace Attorney. I don't remember which name was it of the episode. Let me check very quickly. Since it's a trilogy, by the way. Well, don't worry, we're gonna play the second of probably, and we may going also play Chronilx. The Great Ace Attorney Chronilx. Because, well, it's there. It's available on Steam, so I thought, why not check it out? The reason why I played this, I really replay because I really played it a long time ago. I don't really know why. I think it was like it completes more the concept. I will just tell you, the Chronix one won't be that smooth, by the way, because I never played that, so I don't know absolutely anything about that game. So that would be fun. You'll be hear me screaming and insult somebody probably, and be very angry, extraordinarily angry. I believe so, at least. That could be wrong. Cody? Oh no! Oh no! You saw it! Poor boy. Hey, I remember right. That lawyer guy. Me? I'm training to become a paranormal photographer. Well, it's just getting worse and worse. It's like me! I study computer science. Okay, let's be a laptop. No, it's more a hobby right now, but I hope I can improve it. I really hope so. At least to make it a little bit more decent. Victory! Of course, Mia goes to the left. Lotta took the picture and saw Mia. I was like, oh, paranormal activity, yay! Episode 5 has been added. So this is the actual second game, and I think it's the second game, right? Must be the second game. Or is the introduction for the second game? I cannot recall. There's so much stuff dealing with. Anyway, I'm gonna put stopping here. Hope you enjoy. Leave a like. You know what? I'm just gonna keep writing as a title the same. Like I used the same numbers, so I'll be saying episode 5 and then part 3, whatever. I will keep following the same for the whole trilogy, I think, and we see how it goes. It is what it is. And as you can see, I recorded this on the 5th of May. Sorry, 5th. Why 5th? Oh, 3 May, sorry, the 14th of May. And I'll be probably publishing it much later to keep continuity. Continuity? Continuity? Whatever, you know what I mean. And hope you're enjoying. And leave a sub, subscribe, and still feel awkward to ask for it. And goodbye. Have a lovely day.